In the north, Slobozansky direction towards the city of Sumy, Ukrainian defense forces continue to carry out counter-offensive operations. This was reported by Vadim Misnik, spokesperson for the Joint Forces Operation Siversk. He noted that Russian troops are conducting assaults using infantry groups while the use of motorized equipment has noticeably decreased. Sometimes they use small vehicles, such as ATVs and motorcycles, but recently we have seen a decline in the use of these means of transport. However, the infantry tactics themselves are also ineffective. This is noticeable, so the Russians have to operate with artillery support, but mostly they rely on air support, he added. Vadim Misnik also reported that over the past day, injuries and deaths of civilians were recorded in the Sumy and Chernihiv regions. These are areas where we are pushing the enemy back. They have to regroup and replenish. There are Russian soldiers stationed there who also fought in the Kursk region. They are probably rotating through their 5th or 6th supply point as our troops are constantly destroying them, said Vadim Misnik. The spokesperson for the Joint Forces Operation Siversk also emphasized that within their area of responsibility, the Russian army is not conducting large-scale mechanized assaults. No, we do not see that. We identify the Russians in time and destroy them. I also want to note that strikes deep into Russian territory are also having an impact. We detect such strikes in the Bryansk and Kursk regions targeting command posts, concentrations of equipment and personnel, places where they stockpile ammunition and fuel, as well as all these electronic warfare and electronic intelligence systems. Our forces are destroying them to the maximum extent, said Vadim Misnik. The Russians don't really have the opportunity to start anything new right now. The summer offensive will just be a continuation of what they did in the spring, Angelika Evans, a Russia analyst at the Institute for the Study of War, told. In the Sumy direction, Russian troops seem to have stopped completely, journalists write. According to Ukrainian military analyst Pavlo Narozny, Russia's main target in the region was Yunakovka, located directly on the road that connects Russia with the center of Sumy. If Russia manages to capture the city, he says, it will be a catastrophe for Ukraine. The forest leads directly to the city of Sumy, so if they manage to get artillery into Yunakovka and into the forest, they will be able to reach the city of Sumy with artillery, Narozny explained. The Russian offensive has largely stalled, although the occupiers have an advantage in manpower and drones. But as a high-ranking Ukrainian officer who is fighting in the Kupiansk direction told the publication, the Russian infantry is very poorly trained, if trained at all. As for Donetsk, the publication emphasized that if Russian troops are able to take Konstantinovka, this will pave the way for them, which will bring Russia closer to control over the entire Donbass. But, the article notes, given the current pace of the Russian offensive and the poor training of their fighters, this is unlikely.